Today we're gonna learn how to develop your confidence when you're playing football. Your confidence level has massive impact on how you perform when you're playing football. And that's exactly what we're gonna talk about in this video, so you can develop your confidence and perform better every game. What is football confidence and why is it so important? Every step you take on the pitch is affected by how confident you are. If you lack confidence when you're playing football, this is gonna affect everything. Your decision making, your resilience, and your focus. Plus all the skills that you potentially have, but you can't show them when you're playing because you lack confidence. But I gotta admit, developing your confidence probably one of the most challenging things when it comes to playing football. We kind of have to differentiate the arrogance versus confidence. Arrogance basically means that you think you know everything. You don't think you can improve anymore and you're the best freaking player out there. But when it comes to confidence, this is something that you think you know and you think you're good at, but you acknowledge this. But at the same time, you also know what you can improve. So step one to develop your confidence is building a strong foundation. To build a strong foundation, you gotta have to recognize your strengths and your weaknesses. Once you recognize your strengths and weaknesses, now you can develop your self-belief, because now you're gonna acknowledge what you're doing good and what you're doing bad. You're gonna be able to embrace the challenges and you're gonna be thinking the setbacks as something positive and you can learn from those mistakes, because everybody is gonna make mistakes. This is not just you. So it's important that you realize that you can learn from those mistakes to build your confidence and take it to the next level. Which is why it's important to watch the analyze of the players that plays your position, so you can see what they do good and what they do bad and compare them to your game, so it's easier for you to recognize your mistakes. Then we have to improve your mental skills for on-field dominance. You gotta visualize techniques for peak performance. This basically means that practice makes it perfect. More you work on something that you learn, the better it's gonna be for the game. And even if it's not as good yet, it's still better than before. At least you learning some techniques and working on them is definitely gonna help you, even though it's only a tiny bit. But eventually you're gonna get there. The more work you do, the more confident you're gonna feel. Then you have to master the art of focus and concentration. Because a focus is gonna target your goals. And the more goals you have, the more focus and concentration you're gonna have, which will help you with your performance when it comes to the games. And the tiny bit adjustments to your performance by focusing or by analyzing and recognizing your mistakes gonna make you feel better on the pitch, because you're gonna think that, okay, I'm at least focused to achieve my goals. Then you're gonna have to build resilience and mental blocks. This is, in my opinion, one of the most important ones in all these steps. When it comes to playing football, you're gonna hear a lot of negative things about you. Not only positive. Yes, sometimes you're gonna be hearing the positive things, but mostly those things will be negative things, and probably from the people that are jealous about you. Unless it's from someone that you really trust and they're telling you what you need to be doing to improve your game. Because there are two ways of dealing with this. First, is this person that criticizing you doing it to improve your games? You gotta think and keep that in mind. Sometimes criticizing will help you, but sometimes it's gonna bring you down. So you're gonna pick and choose, and creating these mental blocks is probably the best way to deal with these scenarios. And the next step is to put all these into practical. So you basically have to work on these techniques when you're playing the games and practices. And as you know, practices are completely different. Many players I talk with and I worked with, mostly really good players when it comes to playing at the practice. This situation changes when it comes to the games. So whatever you do at the practice, you kind of have to start doing that at the games as well. Self-talk and self-criticizing could be beneficial for you. So when you do something good, you tell yourself in your head, that was a great move. And when you do something bad, what could you have done that would make the situation better? Whether your first touch or your passing or anything like that. then you have to work on your breathing. Breathing can sometimes raise your heart rate. And the faster your heart rate is, the more anxiety you're gonna have. So you're gonna be less confident. So you're gonna have to properly breathe. And there are great videos out there that you can improve your breathing skills when you're playing sports. Because if you can just simply calm yourself by breathing properly, now you eliminated the factor of getting anxiety when you're playing football. Then building proper and right friendships. Because when you build the right friendships, now you're gonna get the right kind of criticism. And the more positively you're talked by your friends or your coaches or your family, the more comfortable you're gonna feel. Because you're gonna at least think that that person doesn't judge me, but that person is trying to help me. And when you create this environment with the friends that you trust, now you can create role-playing environment where at the practices you can work on these techniques that I just talked about to improve your game. Now we learned how to develop your confidence. We have to sustain it and we have to make it better. So just because a couple of games you felt confident after watching this video doesn't mean that you're gonna stay there, because there will still be games that you're gonna play terrible. So these practices and skills that you have to constantly be working on. You have to always self-reflect and evaluate your game. Because now you built your friendship with your coaches and with your teammates, now you can ask them about what they think and what can you do to be better. And it's always better to start with small goals. Once you set small goals, once you achieve them, now you can celebrate it. The more goals you achieve in your life, the more confident you're gonna feel. So do not forget to celebrate your small achievements. Many small achievements will equal a massive achievement.
Okay. Oh, good touch.
What a shot.
Let me know in the comments why you think you lack confidence, or if you do lack confidence. But because sometimes you don't even realize if you lack confidence or not. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please drop a like, subscribe to my channel with the notifications on. You can also find my playlist here. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you next time.